I'm Mike Kenny, and I'm the writer.
So the writer's lifestyle kind of suits you?
Yeah, it sort of does. It enabled me to stay at home because, we had kids and an actor's life by then, the ensembles which had been there in the 70s and 80s no longer existed, so you couldn't live a normal life and be an actor. You had to go back on the road again.
Yeah.
And it just wore me out. It just wasn't enough for me. I like living in a place. I like, the sense of having roots. This kind of work that we're engaged in really, really temperamentally suits me. I like it. I like knowing the people who are in it, knowing the places where it happens.
Yes.
I think you've got to be interested in engaging with lots of different people.
Yeah.
Because to get the thing done, you will have to, you have to do that.
Do you miss acting at all?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think you'll ever dip your toe back in?
Oh, I don't know. No. If I started again, would I be able to stop? I found it addictive. Oddly, writing doesn't. I've got a much cooler relationship with writing than I ever had with acting. Because acting takes over your whole being. You use every bit of yourself. It's a glorious thing, I think. I just loved acting.
Yeah.
And so I do miss it. I don't know if I could half do it. I think it's, in the best sense, it's childish. That you play and you're in the moment. All the other jobs, like writing, producing, directing, are very parental.
Yeah.
But good actors are, can locate their inner emotional core, I think, and just play with it.
And so if you were to think about maybe 2 bits of advice for people looking to get into writing, you can do one if you like, just one. But what would your kind of main steer be, I suppose?
Yeah, it's very hard. It is very hard to get into it. I got into it by accident, of course.
Yeah.
If you want to do theatre, which is actually a very odd form now, I think most young writers I meet, and are much more TV orientated. I think you have to see a lot of it,
Yeah.
and understand how it works, understand the nature of how real time and single space works. I mean, oddly, we are doing something which breaks that, but I think you can only be good at breaking that when you understand that you've got to have everything happen in a very single small space, and you've got to have it happen in real time, and that actually is like the biggest, weirdest crossword combined with Sudoku, and you also have to do it while people are watching. It's very. I think go and see a lot. Go and see a lot. Get into people's rehearsal rooms and understand how actors work. That's another thing. I think the main thing to understand is that the words you write have to be the expression of an interaction. That you have to work out what those characters want, what's stopping them getting what they want, how they conceal what they want, all of those things, and that the words are just a way into that for acting.
I suppose talking about the kind of TV thing, this form of theatre, and I think you're talking about the revolution in York with that kind of strong community base, but also just generally in this country, the type of theatre that's happening is out in different space, and it becomes far more cinematic anyway. Actually, I mean, not that you have done, but I think the script that you've given to Alan, the director, he's going to make a TV film script of it almost for us to work from. And it feels like actually the opportunities for different styles of writing actually probably exist far more than they did 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah. So I think make relationships with people actually working in theatre. If you're going to be a writer, don't think that the writing is...
You can sit in your room and
you just can't,
Because you don't often write plays because you go, right, I really want to write about this. People always ask you, and you write in collaboration a lot. You work closely with your directors and or the company formed around it, don't you? I mean, that's...
Yeah. I mean, I still have a very loud and distinctive voice in that, and some things are closer to, you know, like being coming from me, you know, than others. But yeah, no, you're never gonna. I don't know. Maybe some people do it, hand it over, and that's it, you know.
But you've never had to do the. This is a play I've written. I'm going to send this out and see who picks it up.
No.
Because I want it made. And you didn't have to go through that.
No, never. Sorry.
No, that's
sorry.
No, it's great. It's great for you. But I suppose that's something that, right? You know, people wanting to. That's something that
I think
some
people
writers have to do, isn't it?
And they have to do it. But I kind of feel like use that as a calling card, as a sort of. This is a basis for conversation, not thinking that it will get done. You know, it might get you into a position of meeting and talking to somebody or a company who might want to work with you on doing something.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that first piece is like inevitably done, unless you raise the money to do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's always possible.
Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you very much for speaking.
You're very welcome.